Okay, better. Now I did it right. Okay, sorry guys. Don't know why it was doing that. Don't know why it was being all weird, but welcome this morning to a Yin Yoga practice. Little more overcast today, but oh, perfect. Such a beautiful morning. Again, such a great way to start the day. We're gonna do a nice, slow practice. Some shoulders and just some hips, always hips. I swear, in every yin class, I'm always like, yeah, let's do hips. So join me. I hope you're here tuning in with me. We're gonna start in a comfortable seated position. I have a little pillow to sit on, but you don't have to have a little pillow to sit on. It's totally up to you. Comfortable seated position. A little bit later, we're going to also do a seated sun salutation. It's kind of funky, kind of different, but great way to modify a sun salutation if maybe you're just having one of those days, or maybe you're recovering from some kind of injury and you can't really do a lot standing. You can do this completely seated. And I love options like that give you those really good options. So join me. Here we go. Let's find our breath. Rest your hands on your knees. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. And feel the world around you just calming down, slowing down, where it's just you and your breath. Breathing deeply in through your nose and out your nose. Your face relaxed. Breathing in good thoughts, good energy. Just all around feeling a little more uplifted, a little more in a positive place. Let go of any cluttering thoughts, anything that's holding you back. Just completely let that go. It does not serve you. You don't need it. Just take a couple more really good, deep, meditating breaths. When you're ready, you're gonna keep your eyes closed if you want. We're just gonna drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. And then slowly roll the chin down to your chest. And then gently bringing the right ear over to your right shoulder. Going back down to the chest with your chin. And then left ear to the left shoulder. Last one. Opening the eyes, coming back into the center. Hello. All right, I'm gonna come off of my cushion here, and I'm just gonna set it off to the side. You won't need it here for a little bit. And gosh, I got all dirty. We're gonna go right into those seated sun salutations, okay? So such a great way, like I said, to modify a standing sun salutation A, only we're gonna be seated / lying down, okay? And got this here too. All right, so we're gonna start with the legs kicked out in front, coming with your hands down just by your sides, okay? Then we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, fold it forward. Take your arms to the floor. Then just press into the hands, look forward, and then fold it back down again. Then inhale, start to sit it back up, arms reach. Take your hands down towards your heart as you lower down to a lying down position. Take your arms, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring them back. Little bit of an arch in the upper back, let your head drop down. Really nice open heart here. Then lower it back down flat. Raise the arms, kick the legs up into the sky. So this is kind of like a down dog, but you're lying down, down dog. Hold it there for a little bit. Now this next part incorporates some abs here, so modify if you need to. Then you're gonna slowly lower the legs, start to sit up at the same time. And lower the legs flat, sit up tall, fold it back down. And then inhale, lift back up, and take your arms to the sides. So that was an entire sun salute A, lying down or seated. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms reach, and exhale, fold. Look forward, just kind of lengthen that spine. Good, and then fold it down and reach it back up. Take your hands down into your heart, lying back. Good, arms beside you, lift your chest, head back. Then lie back down flat, arms reach, legs up to the sky, hold. One more breath. And then start to lift it back up, hold, set your legs gently back down, fold it forward, and then come back to the center, arms beside you. Last one. Inhale, and then exhale. Look forward. Good. Fold it back down and inhale, lift it back up. Hands down to heart center, lying back. Forearms to the floor, lift the chest, head back. Lying flat, legs kick up, arms reach above your head. Relaxed. Lowering the legs, lifting the chest up, legs back down. Fold it forward for that final one. And then sit it back up nice and tall. Gently rest your hands on your thighs. Give everything a good shake. Now we're warmed up a little bit, ready for some really good stretching. So I'm gonna have you guys come onto all fours. Set your hands directly below your shoulders. Your knees are about hip width distant. Belly button is always lifting and very much engaged, always, always. Cat-cow, drop the belly down, inhale, look up. And then exhale. And slowly inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Back to a nice neutral spine. We're gonna kick that right leg now straight back. Good, point your toes at the ground, and you're just gonna take the right leg, cross it behind the left leg till the toes hit the ground. My toes are curled under. Now you're gonna push into the heels of your hands, and while you do that, that's gonna push that right heel back, which is gonna give an amazing stretch in the back of that right leg. Feels so good. Then lifting that leg back up, setting the knee back down to the ground, moving into that other side now, kicking that left leg straight back. I'm pointing my left toes at the floor, cross the left leg behind your right leg. Cut the banister in the way there. And then pushing into the hands, draw the heel back. And the foot might slide a little bit, no big deal at all. Push it to the point where you are feeling that amazing stretch. Maybe we've been sitting down watching a little too much Netflix. I'm only saying that because I've been watching a lot more TV these days. But this is going to feel really good to kind of liven up the legs a little bit. Come forward and pick that left leg up. Set the knee down to the floor and come into a child's pose. So sit the hips back, lower the forehead to the floor. You can also use your block if you would like. Again, always remember this child's pose is your go-to, your chill pose. Feels amazing. Restore a little bit of energy there. One more breath. Then start to lift your forehead back up. Come back onto your hands and your knees. Just kind of put your block off to the side. Good. Curl the toes under. Lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. So remember, if you need a little bend in the knees here, bend them a little bit, no big deal. Really lift your hips high, gazing at your navel. Maybe you'll start to walk it out a little bit. Maybe kind of shift your hips side to side. I'm getting some snap, crackle, pops going on. It's a good thing. I love it. Now from here, we're going into a lizard pose. So here we go for those hips. Take the right leg, kick it straight up in the air, and you're gonna gaze at your hands. Take that right foot forward. Now a lot of times, we're not able to get the foot quite up to the top of the mat. If that's happening, get it as far as you can, grab hold of it with your hand, and then walk it there. Put it there, okay? Now, once you're there, move both hands to the inside of your right foot. Maybe wiggle the right foot out to the right a little bit to give you some more room. Push that left heel or foot further back, and then drop all the way down to the left knee. Relax the top of the left foot. You can stay here on your hands if you're happy there. You can also use your block to kind of help lift you up a little bit if you want to have more of a modified there, if you need that. Also, if you want to get lower, you can use the block for that. Come to your forearms maybe. Or you don't even need the block if you want to go all the way down to those forearms. You're just going to stay here, linger here. It can be kind of intense, especially if we're carrying a lot of stress and tension in our hips, which is oftentimes a really good storage place that our body likes to hang on to it. This is a good one. You're gonna let that go. Incorporate your breath. Good job, guys. We're gonna tweak it just a little bit. I'm gonna stay on my left forearm. You can definitely come up onto your left hand here, but we're gonna use our right hand and we're gonna spin the chest open. I'm gonna get down a little lower so you can see. I'm gonna spin my chest open. I'm gonna use my right hand and I'm gonna push against the inside of my right leg. Like I'm pushing it away from me. I'm now on the pinky edge of my right foot. I'm leaning the head back. It gives it a good tweak, and oh my goodness, does it feel amazing. And then you're gonna gently set the foot back flat, press back up onto your hands if you're not already there. Just kind of wiggle the right foot a little closer to the middle of your mat. Right hand back to the outside of your right foot. Okay, so I'm framing up one hand on each side. Start to pull the hips back, straighten out this right leg as best you can. Now this is where a block or two blocks comes in handy. All right, so can be pretty tight. The hamstring can be pretty tight. So if you're feeling kind of tight there, put a little bend in the knee, use your blocks. All those things are gonna really help alleviate maybe some of that extra tight hamstring. Back is flat, and you're trying to get your heart a little closer to that knee. Take your gaze just past your right foot. Exhale it down just a little lower. Nice work, you guys. Then inhale, lift it up, bend once again through the right leg, hands at the top of the mat, curl your left toes under behind you, and then lift it back up into your downward facing dog. Just kind of shake everything out a little bit, because you know you're gonna move on to that next side. And this is a good mindfulness part. How does that left side or right side feel versus one of each other? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to that left side now. So we're gonna kick the left leg to the sky. Looking at your hands, that's where you want your foot to land. Kick that left foot forward, and remember, if it doesn't quite get there, grab it and then just move it to that spot. Right there as far up as you can. All right, now wiggle this left foot a little more to the left. Both hands are on the inside of my left foot. Wiggle the right foot further back, and then drop the right knee. Relax the top of that right foot. This is getting into that modified lizard pose. Remember, you can use your block to help bring the ground up to you. You can use the block, you can come down a little lower. I can tell I really need this one. It's pretty great right here. Hi, Finn. Hi. So just keep really soothing your body, soothing your muscles and your hips with your breath. Now we're going to tweak it just a little bit like we did on that last side. So I'm going to stay on my right form because I did on the other side. You can definitely come up onto your hand if you would like. So coming down, no, stop. You're going to use your left hand and spin the chest open. Use your left hand to push the left knee away from you and let your head fall back. Relax your shoulder, relax your face. Just allow the body to sink into it, breath by breath. And then come back up. Pressing back up onto your hands. My left foot is flat. I'm going to wiggle it a little more towards the middle of my mat. Start to pull the hips back. Straighten out your left leg. Here we go for that half splits on this side. I'm going to inch my heel forward a little bit. Make sure your back is as flat as you can. Block or no block for modified if you need to. And then fold it on down. Keep up the good work. It's feeling really amazing. I miss all my yogis though in my class. Can't wait to get back to some actual people to look at. And then inhale, lift, and slide this left leg back. Good, just one round of cat-cow here. Just drop the belly down, inhale, look up, and exhale. And again, inhale. All right, we did two. And then round back. Nice work, everyone. We're gonna walk your hands back, shift the feet to one side, have a seat. Way to go, guys. All right, so for this next pose, again, getting into those hips, you're gonna extend the right leg straight out in front. You're gonna take the left knee, bring it into the crook of your left elbow, and just pick the foot up. It's kind of hanging out. Take your right hand to that left foot, and then just rock the leg back and forth, back and forth. This is just kind of easing into it. Nothing forced, nothing abrupt. We don't want any of that. It's just nice and easy. Then when you're ready, you can either kind of stay here and hug it up. What we're trying to do is get the leg a little closer. So I'm going to shift my hip forward a little bit, facing forward, maybe cradle the leg in my arms, sitting tall, or you can definitely take your arms underneath for more of that forklift option. Just a couple things to avoid. Well, one major one is you don't want to slouch into it. Very easy to happen. If that is happening at all, just kind of correct, sitting up a little taller, pushing the leg a little further away from you. It's okay. It just means it's not quite ready to be that close. So just make sure that spine is tall. That's huge right there. And then just little by little, you can feel that leg get closer and closer. Hug it in, cradle it, love it. And then once that's all through, you're gonna take it and set it down, shake it out a little bit. Let's move on to that other side, bending through that right knee this time. Place it into the crook of your right elbow, lifting the foot up off the floor. Take your left hand to that right foot, holding on for dear life. Just rock it back and forth. I'm working on my posture right here in this moment, and then getting it closer to the body. Whatever method that works for you, take it in nice and close. Hugging it, breathing. Feeling a little more balanced, ready for your day, maybe a little bit better, a little more grounded and connected. And then gently let that foot go. Nice work. We're gonna inch our rear end a little closer towards the top of the mat, arms reaching out in front, and slowly begin to roll it down onto your back. Hug the knees up into your heart here. Gently rock them side to side. And we're just gonna come into a waterfall pose. So my back is nice and flat against the mat, and you're just gonna extend the legs up. Now this is a really good one you can do. We did wall yoga a couple times ago. This is a good one to do with your legs up the wall for support. You can also elevate the hips using a pillow or a block. That's also a really great option. I'm just gonna show you nice and easy today. Just flat against the mat, legs straight up. Let your arms just rest beside you. And we're not done yet. So you're still moving through that Ujjayi victorious breath. My feet are flexed. Big, deep breaths. Shoulders relaxed. This is really, really good for lower back pain. If that's something that you suffer from, this one's fantastic. Do it all the time. It's also a really good one to do to kind of get you going for the day, boost your energy up a little bit. Good, one more breath. Good, now we're just gonna lower the right leg down, hug the left knee in, and then on the exhale, twist this left knee all the way over to the right. I'm keeping the left shoulder blade against the mat here, and I'm looking over my left shoulder, using my right hand to gently press the knee down closer to the ground. It's just a great supine twist for that spine. And then untwist. And switch it to the other side, hugging the right knee in. Left leg comes down flat. Taking a deep breath. And on the exhale, use your left hand to guide that right knee towards the floor. My right arm extends. Look over your right shoulder. And then inhale, lift it back up. Good, bring both knees in. Now to finalize our class today, we're going into Shavasana, but we're gonna do something a little bit different as far as lying here. So you can totally just lie flat like a traditional Shavasana corpse pose. Awesome. There's also another really comfortable kind of restorative Shavasana pose that I love too. You can use 2 blocks, you can use a pillow. I'm gonna just use my pillow, and I'm gonna have that kind of be underneath my shoulder blades, my upper back. And then I'm gonna just use my block and place it maybe medium height so that the back of my head can rest on that block, whatever you have. So just kind of start to lie back. You can kind of feel where you want the pillow to be. And then just adjust where your block is supposed to be. And then just allow your arms to completely relax out to the sides of you. You can also take the pillow vertical along your spine also if you like that better. For me, I really like this way, but you can do whatever you want. You can also bend your knees if you have more of a tender lower back. But just lie here in your perfect Shavasana pose. As always, we're going to end right there. I want you to know, though, you can stay there as long as you want. Take your time. Enjoy the downtime. Enjoy being quarantined. I know sometimes it's not easy, but So much good can happen. We can evolve. We can try new things. So enjoy it. If you need to rant or pout about it a little bit, that's okay too, but enjoy it as well. And I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. We'll be doing again a nice flow for you. And if you have any things that you would like, requests, let me know. I'm totally open to that. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later.